What's up, guys? Justin GT Player Productions, Omoi, blah blah blah. I cut my hair if you didn't know. I'm looking real fly. Not really, you know what I'm saying? That's why I got this hat on, you know what I mean? Anyways, today I'm coming with you with a tip, not a tutorial. Basically, this is for you artists out there and for producers if you didn't know. Okay, so let's say you're recording your vocals. You're making a song. For this instance, you're at home. If this ever occurred to you, I know it occurred to me. I'm not sure if it occurs to everyone. You're not going to be perfect. Your songs are not going to be perfect. And the good thing about that is that your audience won't really know neither that it won't be perfect. Unless it's very obvious. That being said, most people would want to make their song take in one take. They would want to say everything perfect in one vocal recording. That's good if you are perfect, but in all honesty, it's not good to be good for you. You know why? Because you'll end up being the guy who wants to just keep retaking your vocals, and what it does is takes up a lot of time. I mean, if time is infinite, then go ahead and use all the time you want, but it's not going to be good in the long run. Why am I saying this? Well, if you want to be a top-notch artist, if you want someone to hear you, if you want, you know, your whole world to be like, yo, I want to hear more of him, and you're in the studio just like, nope, I messed up right at the end. Let me retake the whole thing. That's where it comes in play, okay? Not just that, but even the fact that you have to pay the studio per hour. Think about that. In the music studio, basically, time goes by fast, all right? Whether you like it or not, 1 hour in the studio is basically like 10 minutes or 15 minutes to your brain, because of course you like doing music, and in general, basically anything you like, whether you like it or not, time will fly by. Time will fly by faster. That's why most people, if they have a job they don't like, it feels like forever. I know you guys did it in high school too. If you don't like any subject in class or any, you know, study or reading a book, time takes forever to go by. That's why me in high school, I just pretend everything. I just felt like everything was fun. I mean, it really was, but the fact that, you know, I hate math, I just made it fun, okay? That's why it's good to participate in class too. Anyways, this isn't about class. This is more about music. So, if you have the need to take one take every single time and make that one take perfect, you're going to end up screwing yourself, okay? Like I said, 1 hour in the studio is like 15 minutes. Imagine you got to make one song, okay? And one song could take an hour if you really know your lyrics. And by the way, you should rehearse your lyrics before you go into a studio. You should practice before you go to the studio. And I'll leave that for next video. It's important that you have to know that if you do make a mistake in your track, not to go all the way back to the start, because the starting could be good, but just that one little mess up you did there, you don't have to retake, okay? There's something called punching in, and there's something called swapping out clips, alright? As long as you stay consistent in your clips, you will be able to... As long as you stay consistent within your clips, meaning the tone of your verse and everything you said is the same exact way as the last take. Which it should be, because you're making the song from something you built up, alright? If it's a freestyle and you're like, oh no, let me freestyle again, at least keep the mindset as the last take, alright? Don't go into, you know, freestyle about, you know, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna bite you, I'm gonna hit you out the world, knock the lights out of you, or I don't know. And then, yeah, say you mess up there. It's like, you know, I wanted to say, I'm gonna knock the lights out you, but I messed up. I wouldn't want to punch in and be like, yo, I'm gonna knock the lights out you. Hit me with a fight, you know, typhoon. I don't know. But still, you see how the tone change from I'ma fight you to I'ma fight you. Keep it the same consistency. Same goes with every single song, not just a freestyle. But you need to keep it the same. That way you could punch in your track, alright? So say this is your whole track right here. But let's say you did the first piece good, but the second piece, like, you made a mistake right around here. If you have another track with the same consistency, instead of cutting out this whole thing, or better yet, retaking the whole thing, just swap it around, alright? You just swap it. It doesn't sound natural? No, it does, okay? Even if it's a mess up, as long as you keep the same consistency, you still have the same breath, and it'll just go by smooth. If you still feel weird about it, give it a day or two, alright? close your eyes and listen to the song afterwards, after a day or two. It will sound like it's one take as long as you're doing it right. As for cutting out punches, you have to cut it around the rest area, okay? You don't want to cut it in between two different words unless it has the same exact consistency, because you could have a piece that doesn't sound like it's the same tone as the other, but as long as you cut in between the word, it'll sound good. But just to be safe, do it in between rest, alright? Another thing about punching in, when you're recording, do not start your record at the punch in, okay? You have to start it a couple bars behind. So you have to overlap your vocals with the other vocals, alright? It sounds like duh, but a lot of people don't know. It happened with a lot of artists that I work with. They just didn't know, and I was just telling them, you know, try over-record it. That way you'll keep the consistency and you'll keep the tonality. I think that's about it. Anything else I gotta say? I hope this tip goes through your mind. Not a lot of people really think about it, and they really want to be a one-taker. But if you do keep it one take again, you'll be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars in the real studio trying to get one song when you could actually just, you know, punch it in, good. I don't like the sound, punch it in, good. Instead of taking up like 5 hours for one song, you'll take up at least 1 hour, or maybe 1 hour and 30 minutes for one good song, alright? If you are that type of perfect person, then I guess go ahead, but just remember money's involved in music, alright? Time is money, remember that. I don't know what else to say, bruh. One more thing! Follow me on Twitter, bruh. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video if you like it, alright? If it helped you out, like it, please. It'll help me get bigger. You know, more people will get help. And, yeah, follow me on Twitter.